Source Nation. Join us now for Transforming Your Mind with author and transformational coach Clinton M. McCoy as he shares the real secret to success. Source Nation, here is your host, Clinton M. McCoy.
Good evening, Thursday family, and welcome to another Thursday's edition of Transform Your Mind with me, Clinton M. McCoy. It is once again another awesome day, another awesome opportunity so that I can bring information on how that you can create any opportunities that you want in your life so that you can live the life of your dreams. Oh, on another note, if you was wondering about the song that you just was hearing on the intro, Treat Me Right, by reggae artist Eddie, he will actually be in the studio this Saturday at 2:15 to share more of his music and upcoming projects. So make sure that you tune in this Saturday at 2:15. That was an awesome song. Tonight, I have a guest in the studio with me tonight, Mrs. Penny Jones, and she's a women empowerment and a life coach. She has awesome ones, I believe, I've never heard this idea. So to me, it's pretty revolutionary. And what she calls it encouraging circles is where she actually brings other women together to help them to be able to move forward in their life. But I am pretty sure that she can do a better job at explaining this than I can. So I would like to welcome Ms. Penny Jones to the Source Nation family.
Hello.
Hey. How are you doing this evening?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am fine with no complaints.
Oh, that's good.
So I was just speaking, as you can see, to the Source Nation family, telling them about encouraging circles, but I know that I did not do it as justice, so I would love for you to tell the Source Nation family exactly what is encouraging circles.
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And my encouraging circles were created for women to get together and have a safe place where they can motivate and inspire each other. And so each month, I'll call it a different name. Each month it's still an encouraging circle, but this month it's called Wine and Reason. And what I'm going to do is discuss the reason and the importance of women coming together to inspire and to uplift each other. And I just want to focus on having women there who can help other women achieve their goals. I'm not the one with all the expertise in the groups, so I just allow other women to be there and to share their knowledge with the women there.
Okay, so with that, what motivated you or inspired you to want to establish encouraging circles and bringing women together in this manner?
I'm a life coach, a transformational coach, and also I focus on building self-esteem and helping women to build their self-esteem. And what I find in my practice and when I'm working with so many women, they don't have or they haven't had a lot of women who can relate to where they are, or they'll have women that they just can't talk to about where they are. So in the circles, they're able to run ideals and share with these women where they are, what they want to do, how can they achieve their goals. And I started it because I thought it was important, first of all, to have something like this. And also I wish I would have when I was struggling with self-esteem many years ago, that I would have had something like this. So I think it's a great place and a safe place for women to get together. And I'm just hoping that I can continue with this month to month.
And as you talk about self-esteem, that's definitely something major, and not just amongst women, but amongst men. I was reading a study that said 80% of the world's population identifies with self-esteem. And I actually did a low self-esteem. I actually did a video not too long ago on my Facebook. I was saying that the problem with low self-esteem is nobody likes to admit that they have it. Everybody wants to act like they're all so confident. So have you found it to be easier when women get together in private for them to be able to bring out these hidden truths about themselves so that they can actually start the healing process and moving forward? Do you think it works better in them type of circles, or do women tend to still stay closed in?
Nope. I think you're absolutely right. I think it works better when women are in these circles because, again, I say a safe place because there are so many women who have these great jobs, who have these great lives from the outside looking in, and sometimes they don't have anybody to talk to about what's going on. Some of us have been so made up and so manicured from the top of their hair to the bottom of their feet, and you will never know what they're dealing with as far as self-love and self-awareness. So I think in a place like my encouraging circles, there's no judgment. The women are able to just let their hair down and say, okay, bam, I've been dealing with this, but I'm happy that I have somebody to run this past, or maybe even someone in the group have already been through what some of these women are going through. So you just never know. It could be a vice president of a bank who's having the same exact issues as a first-year college student. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, yes, definitely. I use, in my experience, low self-esteem, negative self-images. A lot of these things have been programmed into us from when we were very young. And often it's from people that actually did it out of love. They didn't really go in intent to limiting our abilities based on, their experiences in life. But, at the end of the day, them seeds have been planted, and though we get outside things to try to cover them, they're not really gone away.
Right.
So.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes we view, especially as women, we view ourselves as what someone else has told us we are, maybe parents or guardians or family members. If you've always been told that you are such and such, and then you get older, even though those words aren't true anymore, but in the back of your mind, sometimes you still hold on to that. I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. I'm not pretty enough. All of those factor into self-awareness. We can go for things and just talk ourselves out of things. I've been that person before, going for something that I know I can do or could do, and then some self-esteem issues will pop up, and then you can easily talk yourself out of things that you know you can do with your eyes closed. But it's all about self-love, self-awareness, self-acceptance.
Mm-hmm. Do you find
things.
it in African American community, at least from a woman's standpoint, because I can't speak for women, that that there's a lot of actual self-love?
Mm-hmm. Do I find that it is a lot of self-love?
Or are they lacking it and pretty much searching for external love first?
Yeah, I've seen it both in both areas. There's a lack of it, and there's a lack of it, and then there's just so much of it that you just, when there's other issues going on, you just kind of cover it up with a bunch of stuff, material things. And then when you do those things, people will look at you like, wow, she really has it together, but it's just stuff that you're getting to facade all of that, all the other things that's going on with you sometimes. So in our community, I do find it's kind of on both ends. A lot of women, some younger, some older, they just never been taught how to love themselves first. As women, we tend to give our love away so easily. We're taught to do that. Women, we're nurturing people. So, and then we forget to love ourselves and do the things that, help us to pamper ourselves and to love ourselves. I'm not saying spend a whole lot of money. I'm just saying take the time to just do things that, make you feel good about yourself. And that's kind of some of the things that we're going to focus on at the Wine and Reason event.
So the Wine and Reason event, will there be a lot of whining or will there be actually wine there?
There will actually be both, no. There will be wine, but I'm sure some people, if you want to wine, this is a safe place. Sure, you can wine if you want to just feel frustrated and say I've had a messed up week or a messed up month. Sure. We're there to listen. We're there to encourage. And again, I am not the one who will be doing all of the talking. The women will be there to encourage each other and to uplift each other. And it's so important because so many women today, again, may have never had a positive woman in their lives. Never had a positive woman in their lives where they can just, hey, I just need to talk to you about this, and I don't want, there will be no judgment. There'll be no one saying, oh, how could you have done that? So we're just here to uplift and motivate each other.
So will this be something that will be held remotely or in a physical place, or will people be able to come to a physical place and then some people can come in remotely? So how is the setup, and where are you located?
I didn't think of remotely yet, but hey, you gave me a great idea. First one, it is yeah, so that's great. But it will be a physical place for the first two until I can do something else. But that remotely piece that would be great. That would be something I would love to do because I want to reach more women and reach out and let them know that we're here and that we're just here to motivate and inspire.
Okay, so I want to get back to the self-esteem part. So how do you deal with women who constantly, they're like, will come in and be putting themselves down, even when you point out positive things? Because, sometimes when we're feeling down and we want to be in our pity party, we want to have our pity party, people can be constantly telling us our strength, but we always just want to look at our weaknesses and stuff like that. Is that something that you will be dealing with, and how do you deal with that inside your encouraging circle?
Yep, I've dealt with that a lot, and what I have to remember and what I've learned is that you have to know where a person is in life. This may be how they communicate. They just want sympathy, they just need sympathy, or this is how they talk to people or get a conversation going. But again, you don't know a person's story until you actually know their story. So maybe this has been like a generational thing. This is how mom talked to me, or this is how my mom's mom. It has to stop somewhere. So I let them be who they are, voice what's going on with them right at that moment. Again, there's no judgment. I can sit there and tell you, oh, you're beautiful, you can do it all day long. But until a person realizes who they are and the power and their greatness, they'll be stuck there. So our goal is to move women from where they are, how they came in, to, I ain't saying that first night or our first session, I'm just saying to be able to look at themselves differently, just to be able to love. The definition of loving themselves, I want that to be first. We cannot concentrate on giving love until we know how to love ourselves. And again, so many women, we've never been taught that. It's like taboo to, it's taboo. How can you, pamper yourself like that? Or I love me. It took a while to get here, but I can honestly say, I'm happy. I love me. I'm not conceited. I feel like I'm a very humble person, but I love me. And I just want women to be able to say that. I say I'm smiling, so I want them to be able to say that with a big, huge smile, like, hey, I got this. So that's where I'm at with it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I said that's where I am with that. That's what I want in the end.
I've learned, to piggyback on what you were saying, is that for me it's almost seems like there's a force behind it, because it's just the negative result of this mindset and perception on things that humble means we have to be weak. We have to be willing to give of ourselves more than ourselves, as if that's a good thing. And I could agree with that being a good thing if I saw positive results from that. The lack of people empowering themselves, the lack of people willing to invest in themselves, I think is one of the things definitely in our community that has created a dent. Because without any real standards, real self-love, we don't really have a lot to give other people. So everything that we give inadvertently is taxing us. It's taking pieces from us till we end up giving so much that there's none of us left. And in my experience, when you lose yourself or when I've lost myself, normally the first steps back, I had to go through depression.
Yes.
So, and that wasn't fun. And like I said, to me, I think it's bothersome when people when you have confidence, they want to call you arrogant. Or if you're a man, they'll call you an a-hole, and if you're a woman, they want to call you a B.
Right, right.
Instead of first of all, seeing if the confidence that you say you have is valid. Because I'm like this, if the confidence that you have is real, then it's real. It's not arrogant to me. If I deem it arrogant, it's really a reflection of me, not of who you are, if that's being genuine. So I see that a lot inside of our community. And like you say, a good woman should be submissive. To what? I don't, or fall in line like there's a line.
Exactly. I like that. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really like that. So what do you hope to gain from encouraging circle? How do you hope to help? What would you say? Because you mentioned one thing, and I love it that you said it. You said probably not in one night.
Right.
Because people think that when I tell people, because I've done weight loss before with people, and when people ask me about major behavioral change, I equate it to losing 100 pounds. But they want it to happen in a week. So what would you recommend when women are coming to encouraging circles and you want to give them something to really base the measurement of their growth on, and not just thinking it's going to be a one-shot, one deal? What would you say? What do you hope to gain from it?
What I would say is, first of all, I'm glad you mentioned that weight and the transforming, because I'm one of those people, I started working out and I'm like, wow, I've been working out a week and I haven't lost all this weight. I'm upset now. But it's the same thing with changing your life. Working on goals, you think one session, I'm going to have it all together, and you're not going to. So I help women to identify some goals for themselves and to have realistic goals, short-term and long-term goals. I focus a lot on short-term goals because it just gives you encouragement when you achieve something small. It may be small to me, but it's probably huge to them, but they identify it as a small goal. So I want them to know you achieve this, write it down, and you just keep moving forward. Nothing is going to happen in our first session, in our first circle. Nothing is going to happen as far as, wow, I got this epiphany and I'm going to change everything. You may get some ideals and some thoughts how you can use some of the things that the women have given or shared, like, hey, I can use that. That may work for me. But I don't want women to think that I'm going to come here and, Penny's going to have all the answers and I'm going to do just fine. When I leave, I'm never going to have another day that I'm depressed, like you said, or I'm just giving my love away for free. And, because we tend, as people, as humans, human nature, we tend to do that. Just, we want love so bad. We don't know what real love looks like because we haven't loved ourselves. So we just giving love away and hoping somebody will, fix us or love us right. So
we want a carpet bomb. We want a carpet bomb with love and hope we hit something.
Exactly. But I just want them to know it's a process. Everything is a process. Every life-changing decision that you make is a process. It's a journey. It's your journey. And whether it takes you a few months, a year or so, there's no time rush. I'll be here, I'll be here. I'll be doing my circles, and I'll be still, encouraging women. My goal is if I reach one or two women and somebody tells me, because of you, Penny, I don't want all the credit, but, because of something you said or something you wrote, my life has changed. Oh, my goodness, that just does wonders for me. That just gives me motivation. Now, that's inspiring because I always tell, like my sister, I'll tell her, because I have those days too, and I'll tell my sister, even the motivator needs to be motivated sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to motivate people, know that they're being inspired and moved to do something to change. Then that's really what I hope to gain from these circles.
Well, that is great, and I'm definitely would love to have you soon. We're about to be taking the show. We're going to be actually doing live video, so everybody will be able to see us inside the studio and see what we're doing. I would love to have you back after you have one of your first circles, so we can hear how it went, how you plan on moving forward. Because one of the things on this platform here, Transform Your Mind, is I don't want to get in the thing of just telling people about what we're doing. I want to be able to show people what we're doing so that if they aspire to other things, that they can do the same thing as well. Basically giving them blueprints to being able to make it happen. Mm-hmm. All right, so I thank you for being on the show, and I would like for you to reach out and let people know how can they actually reach out and get in contact with you.
Okay, well, my email address is penny@thequeensproject.com, and the Queens Project is also the name of my life coaching practice. They can reach me by that way, and they also can reach me, go on my website, take a look, and my number and everything is on there.
Okay, what's your website?
www.thequeensproject.com.
All right, and that's very easy enough. I would like to thank you for coming on the show. That is definitely a great idea, and I like that, being able to bring women together in a place of no judgment so that everybody can find new ways that they can actually move forward in their life. So definitely after you have your first event, I would definitely like to hear back from you so we can hear how it went. And thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
No problem. That was great having her in the studio tonight. There's a lot of things out there going on, and as we know, it's the holiday season coming up, the year-end close coming up. A lot of people are going to start reflecting on this past year. What have they done inside their life? How have they moved forward? And if they haven't moved in the direction or made the progress that they felt like they should have made, what are they going to be able to do it? How are they going to be able to do it this year coming up? There's going to be a lot of encouragement and a lot of empowerment. We're going to be really amping it up on the show here, being able to help guide you through those obstacles, allowing you to help to make more informed choices that align with who you are, that's congruent with who you are. And first, of course, we'll have to be working on figuring out who we are. So there's a lot of big things coming up on the show. Also, if you like that song that you heard on the intro when it was coming in by Mr. D, he will be here at 2:15 on Saturday, bringing you more of his music and letting you know about other projects that he's having coming up. So please tune in. We'll be looking to hear from you. And remember, always each one teach one. Always strive to be the strongest version of yourself. Never compare yourself to average people, or you'll never be more than average.
Get at me for beats, y'all.